What's up, guys? I'm Alex.
I'm Jason. We're the Table Monkeys, and since match analysis seems to be all the rage these days, we figured we would do a quick match analysis of this practice match that happened at the epic practice at Armed and Dangerous headquarters yesterday.
Yeah, we've got the young Georgian from our club on the left, and then we've got Derek Askey, the Canadian Dragon, on the right.
Yeah. They both pull with us a lot, and they both have been pulling at Armed and Dangerous a lot too. So Derek's definitely got the age, experience, size. He's got all the advantages here, and this is, again, just a practice match. They've both been pulling for, about an hour in practice already. And right away into the hook. We all kind of knew if Derek could get him into a hook, probably not a good spot for anybody really to be on Derek's right.
Yeah,
if they're anywhere close.
He's really good at getting super tight with his shoulder and staying very connected.
Yeah, so he was able to bury his hook. Made a pretty quick work of him there round one. But the young Georgian is no joke. And again, he reached for this match. He was asking for it. This is not like Derek called him out or anything like that. This is Derek's just really, in a sense, just being a good sport, giving him the match and giving him a feel of a real opponent. Yeah, he's kind of just fallen through the last couple guys that he's pulled, the Georgians.
Yes, right. And he's gotten a lot stronger in the last few months too, so he wanted to really test himself.
Yeah,
and Derek is a really good test.
Yeah,
he's very crafty.
Definitely a reach for him, so it was really good. And now just trying to straighten them out. They're both hooking, which is probably not a great option for Alexander again, because Derek's hook on his right is it's dangerous.
Yeah, instantly from the go, he's got the better shoulder line,
yeah,
and he's able to keep that angle and just drag him to the pad.
Yeah, and both rounds he's waiting a little bit on his arm. He's not pinning him right away. He's letting him burn out a bit first. Just all around, smart pulling by Derek. But I don't know that he could just flash him because Georgian.
I know I could.
Pretty strong.
Too.
Yeah, you got to work through him. He's strong enough that you definitely got to work through him. His hand is a lot to deal with. So getting a little bit straighter on the start here. Thought maybe he was gonna try rolling out or something different, but whether he got turned into or went there.
Yeah, Alexander
hook established.
He needs to do a better job of keeping his elbow inside his body. You can see it separating here, and he loses a lot of lat connection and back connection when he does that. You see Derek just staying super tight
and waiting. He's waiting until the pin really isn't much effort. And the one drive before might have been a pin, but again, giving the Georgian the chance and letting Derek have to bury it. So on the left hand, they did it back to back.
Yep.
Again, I think I don't know if Alexander's right or left-handed, but his left hand is definitely a bit more dominant on the table.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. No, his left is really good. He's got more options too. He's got a press. He's got a little bit of a top roll.
That's true. And Derek would kind of be the opposite. Like, he's definitely more of a right-handed puller. His left is nothing shabby by any means, but his right is definitely a stronger arm.
So it makes for a good match.
Yeah, exactly. And Derek's more of a top roll, less of a puller on his left, right? Where he's very, very much a hook puller on his right.
So here we go. Round one. A little easy to set them up on left.
Yeah, they weren't. Well, it wasn't. Eventually, it got kind of hard.
So Alex goes outside and he loses his riser, tries to come back inside for the hook.
Yeah.
And it's a little closer here. You can see how tight Alex is getting, and he slowly creeps in his shoulder.
Finds that press, and bam! Actually gets the pin. This is crazy. The fact that he's able to get a pin on Derek at any point, on any arm, right now, is just ridiculous. This kid's been pulling for like 4 months.
That's already a win.
5 months, yeah, that's a huge win. And Derek's been pulling 2 years or more now, and is again a really good puller. And it's not to take anything away from Derek. Alexander made some great arm wrestling moves in that last round. He got into a great position, and Derek was probably smart there and not trying to fight out of it too much, and just kind of not letting it down, but not wasting too much energy giving up that pin. And then you'll see Derek makes some adjustments as a smarter puller. So back to the same thing.
Yeah.
And this time when he comes in, Derek was ready for it, and he just hit right away, which is
timing.
Yeah, really good timing. Really smart pull by Derek. Didn't bother getting into a battle with him. He felt obviously that his hook on his left is a lot different than right.
And he didn't want to give Alex any time to get his shoulder.
Exactly. So when Alex comes forward like that, trying to set his hook, what's happening is he's giving up a lot of ground coming forward, and Derek just takes full advantage of that as he comes forward, sets his hook, and then just goes with that momentum to finish to the pad. And it's a great move. It's going to work. It's really going to work most of the time if you can get somebody trying to lunge forward to set their hook like that. Alexander really like the learning. thing to take from this, to learn from, is that he should have, gone for the straps.
And this was a good adjustment. He goes straight for the hook and tries to get his shoulder in.
Yeah.
But Derek is matching him.
He's playing the shoulder game much better. He didn't get his, he's ready for this. He knows that. You notice that was interesting is when he came forward to press, Derek started to roll into his hand and pull him back away from his shoulder. So again, Derek just making all the adjustments, which again, the fact that this kid is having to make Derek adjust to the amount that he's having to adjust is insane.
Another win.
Alexander, you got to realize how much of a win this was for you. Like the fact that you're able to, again, make him adjust like this and make this much of a match is awesome. It's really awesome.
So on to round 4 here.
And this is shoulder round 4. Yeah, Alex is really trying to get that shoulder. He knows that the press is his money. He knows that that's where it is. And unfortunately gets his shoulder, you can see, really connected to his hand there.
Awesome press, but
unfortunately illegal. And we're not going to show from the other angle, but from the other angle, he's also over the center line by a noticeable margin. So definitely worth the restart. So we all agree. Let's get a restart. And here we go. Now, again, I don't know if either of them were intending for this, but we end up in a ref script because at this point they're both they're just carving so much, and Derek's bitching about it. So I guess Derek's smart enough to know he wants a ref script, which is going to make it a lot harder for Alexander to get to his press. Just because you really need to know what you're doing.
And he wants to start. He wants to start carving and be able to make it a little easier.
So again, probably a good intelligence move by Derek, experience move by Derek to know to get to the ref script, and he does, and makes pretty quick work of it here.
And also
outside again, and then dives in, and as soon as he dives in, Derek with the perfect timing, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, and congratulations to Derek.